Hey, so you need a pep talk. What's wrong? What's going on? Oh, no. You're not broken or weird. You shouldn't say these things about yourself. I mean, I understand. Because you have autism, your brain is a little different indeed, and that does come with challenges and struggles for you that, are not always easy to deal with. Yeah, your feelings are totally valid. And, that you can get discouraged from time to time. But in general, you do such a good job in dealing with all those challenges and making the most out of every day and looking at things like from the bright side. And I'm really proud of you for doing so. Yeah, but I understand it's hard to do that all of the time, and that sometimes it gets a bit too much for you, like right now, I guess. Yeah. But, in the long run, it really doesn't benefit you from by looking at yourself in a negative way or by focusing on the negative parts. Um, you know, it doesn't serve you to hate your brain or to not like the way you are. So we're gonna have to change that. And I'll gladly give you an autism pep talk. No, it's easy, don't worry. I can think of so many things from the top of my head so many things that I like about you. I'm gonna make you blush. Well, first of all, you are so authentic and unique. You are you. You can say that about everyone, but no, the way you are authentic displays itself on so many different levels. Well, you don't really care about social expectations. No, that's not to say that you don't always acknowledge them. You are aware of social expectations a lot of the time. You just choose to not necessarily follow them or more to not be bound by them. You don't let your dreams be restricted by social expectations. You just like what you like and do what you want to do, despite what people around you expect based on your gender or your age or your culture. And I think that really is a good thing because so many people just go through the motions. They go through life just doing what is expected of them without questioning it. And sometimes even they make big life decisions like, going to university, starting a family, buying a house, all of those things, just because it is socially expected from them. And that definitely is a good route for a lot of people, but not for everybody. And I feel like you dare to be critical about social expectations and just go your own path. And that's a really good thing. And it even inspires the people around you to also be critical or think critically about certain social expectations. And yeah, you kind of have changed my perceptions about certain things. And you allow others to also not necessarily follow those social expectations. So that's something I really like about you. Another part of you being authentic is you don't really feel group pressure as much. And that's a good thing because, the group isn't always right. And what the group decides isn't always best. I think lots of people make lots of mistakes. They have this saying of if all your friends would jump off a cliff, would you jump too? I think you wouldn't. I think you'd be standing there and being like, adios. And That's good. You would like be the one taking care of the people who jumped off the cliff. Yeah, you'd be the one when everybody would start drinking alcohol or partying. You'd be like, nah, I'd rather play video games or I'd rather drink water. And you just do it so casually because that's just how you feel. But so many people don't dare to go against the group. Not really. They'll be like sheep and just say, yeah. It's a bit with the same as with the social expectations, but it's another part of you being authentic. I also feel like you don't really judge people as much. Well, there are some exceptions for sure, but you do judge people when you think what they do is morally or ethically wrong in your opinion. But I feel like that's valid too. But you will rarely judge somebody for the clothes they wear or their body weight or, the way they choose to wear their hair. I never feel judged by you for those things. When I go visit my family, for instance, they will always say something about my hair. Even if it's something nice. Why? You never do that. I never feel judged for what I wear, what I look like, or even my opinions. I feel like you judge less, and that's a really good quality of you. You don't gossip that much, and that's nice. It's nice to be around. These people who gossip about other people. To you wonder, okay, but what do you say about me to other people, And I don't have that with you. I feel like you are more open to differences anyways. You're more open-minded in a way. They say that autistic people don't like change and don't like things being different. And, it's true when it comes to routines, but when it comes to other people, I think you're very open for differences and different people because you're less judgmental, like I said. I feel like you are more open-minded towards LGBTQ plus people or, people with a different weight or different external features, I guess, or whether someone chooses to have piercings, tattoos, the way they want to dress, and those things, or things that matter, like their religion. I think you also care less. You're more open-minded. You will listen to people in a way, That's how I feel, at least. I mean, look at your friends, me included. How many of those are like what other people would consider outcasts or like the freaks and the weirdos? But it's nice. Like with you, they have a place and they don't feel like they're weird. You don't make them feel weird. You are more accepting to the freaks, the weirdos, or people who are deemed a little bit different, or maybe other people, people with disabilities. You don't care as much, and that is absolutely beautiful, and that makes you a beautiful soul. What else? What else do I love about you? Oh, you are so passionate. You know this. You can probably think from the top of your head of a few things that you love. Because when you like something, you love something. And you want to talk about it all the time. You want to do it all the time. But it's so beautiful to see how you can really absorb yourself into to the things that you love, into your hobbies, your interests. You know, when people have to say what they find attractive in other people, they often say humor and passion. You know, it's attractive when somebody is passionate about something and wants to go for that. And you have that. You are so passionate. When you don't like something, you also never want to do it. But when you do like something, you want to do it all the time. But that's good. I think it's also a form of self-care, that you allow yourself to spend time and energy in the things that you like, and that you spend the necessary time to get better at them or to know more about them. Oh, there's so much that you teach me. I mean, it's not always about important things. Yeah, I know the cliche about autistic people is that they're like experts in physics or in mathematics. It's not always such important topics. But you have definitely taught me a lot about your interests. And that's not always important in society, but it's interesting nonetheless. And it makes for good conversation. I mean, I wouldn't want to talk about the weather or what I'm going to eat with one more person. Like, most of the time, the conversations you have with people are always the same. And with you, you know, you talk about your interests, but it's interesting to me. And we even share some interests, so that's amazing that we can keep talking about those things. You might think that's like logical, that when you love something, you spend much time and effort and energy doing those, but I don't think it's that common. I think lots of people grow out of their passions when they grow up, or you know, they get lost in their responsibilities and the daily tasks and like the chores. I feel a lot of people, when they grow up, make less and less time for what really motivates them and what really is their passion. And I feel like, yeah, you do it better. Yeah, I'm giving you lots of compliments today. Yeah, but I think it's a form of self-care, you know, to allow yourself to do these things, and it's really beautiful. What else? What? The way you communicate. Oh, yeah. I know that's an insecurity of yours, but I don't have a problem with it. In fact, I like it. I mean, you know that you communicate quite direct and to the point, straightforward. Well, you just say what you mean, and you mean what you say. It can be quite rational, yes, but I like it. I think it's so refreshing, and I'm glad that I don't have to look for any hidden meanings or hidden messages when you say something. I mean, I know you won't mean the literal opposite of what you just said. When you say something, it's just that. Yeah, I don't think neurotypicals necessarily do it maliciously to say the complete opposite of what they mean, but it can sure feel like mind games, right? And, you know, it just gives the people around you peace, that they just know that what you said is what you mean. I know you're not a very chit-chatty person who loves small talk, but what you say and when you say it, it's like effective. It is purposefully. And I think it's just a very efficient way of communicating. It doesn't leave much room for misunderstanding. Why is that funny? Why are you laughing? Oh yeah, I can imagine you do have a lot of misunderstandings in your life. But really that's because people don't know you yet. And because people are so used to hearing something else than what another person says. So people probably look for a hidden meaning when you say something, and when there is none, they're confused. So I think that's where a lot of the misunderstandings come from these, again, expectations. But when people do get to know you and they know that what you say is just what you mean and how it is, I think it gives people peace and, calmness, that they can just take your word. Another thing is you can't lie very well. You might not like that, but the people around you, it's a good thing that you can't lie. When you are grumpy, we can tell. And when you disagree with something, we can tell. But also the opposite. When you laugh, I know that you really thought it was funny. And no matter the situation, you will laugh. And that's nice. And also when you praise me or someone else, when you praise me, I know I did a really good job. I know you're not just being polite, When you say something's good, others can be sure that it really is good, that they really have your approval. And that is also nice, that we don't have to doubt that you're just being polite, but that you just show your emotions honestly. Even sometimes you don't understand them yet, but then we can figure them out together. What's wrong? Am I making you blush? That's probably enough compliments and like an ego boost for today. No? I need to keep some compliments up my sleeve for the next time you need a pep talk, right? No, but seriously, are you feeling better? Yeah, I'm so glad. But honestly, I could keep going. I have so many more things that I genuinely appreciate about you. I think you have such a beautiful, unique personality and soul. I could keep going. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, I just want to say that I'm proud of you. I know it's hard for you. You have a unique set of challenges and struggles that not a lot of people can relate to, and that feels unfair, and it can be isolating. But I think you're doing a very good job in dealing with yourself, your brain, and for not giving up, for making the most out of every situation, and for making it this far in life. Really, it's admirable, and you can be very proud of yourself, because I am proud of you. You will always be special to me, but I mean that in the best way possible.